Hello friends, you're watching India Today Tech, and in this video we're going to unbox the OnePlus 5T. OnePlus has given a mid-year refresh to the flagship smartphone, the OnePlus 5, and we're going to take a look at the smartphone in this video. Also, we'll take a look at the full specs and the design of the smartphone. The variant we have right now with us is the 128GB variant that comes with 8GB of RAM. Okay, so let's quickly take the phone out of the box. OnePlus has been in news for changing the design of the OnePlus 5 and giving it to the OnePlus 5T. This is the main thing about the phone, is that the bezels now are reduced, and you'll see that the front fingerprint scanner is now gone to the back side, and there are also some new features to augment the back fingerprint scanner. There are new methods to unlock the phone, and we'll take a look at that as well. So at the back, you will see the design of the phone remains largely the same. There is a dual camera at the back, and the fingerprint scanner is placed in the top half portion of the phone, just above the OnePlus logo. Also, let's turn on the phone and take a look at the box contents quickly, and we'll take a look at the phone in detail. First thing, the phone has a case as well this time around. As you can see, it's a clear case, but it's not really transparent, it's gray in color. Then there's a SIM ejector tool and a quick start guide like you get with all OnePlus smartphones, which tells you how to set up the phone. There's also safety information wherein you'll find all the rules and regulations that the company abides to. Then there is the dash charger, of course, which is the same big charger you get with the OnePlus 5, and it's a pretty heavy charger. Has an output rating of 4 amperes, as you can see, and dash charging on OnePlus 5 was also present, which claimed the phone to be charged in less than 1 hour. Then there's also the Type-C cable, the usual red color cable you get with OnePlus phones, which has good length and good quality. Now let's take a look at the smartphone. The first thing you see is that the bezels on the phone are very narrow. It's very similar to what we see on the Galaxy S8 or the S8 Plus and the Note 8 as well. It's quite broad, and you might have some difficulty in gripping the phone if you have small hands. Then again, the fingerprint scanner placement is also changed this time. It's not at the front, it's at the back, and if you're holding the phone like this, you may have slight uncomfortable position while accessing the fingerprint scanner. It's not where my finger rests, it's slightly below it, and that is the problem with fingerprint scanners. You don't get a largely universal design that would fit most of the people, and the ergonomics come to have an issue sometimes. Then the phone is built purely out of metal, similar to the OnePlus 5. It's made out of aluminum. It's a unibody design, and it looks exactly the same as the OnePlus 5. At the bottom there is a speaker grill on the leftmost corner and a 3.5mm jack on the rightmost corner. In between them is a Type-C USB port and a primary microphone, while the secondary microphone goes beside the rear camera. The buttons are also pretty much the same except for the fingerprint scanner. On the left you get an alert slider. On the right there is the lock button and the SIM tray. Let's also take out the SIM tray and take a look at, of course, the OnePlus 5 and the 5T don't offer expandable storage, but you can run dual SIM cards on them. And the first thing that looks good on the device is, of course, the screen. There's much more screen area on the front, and the screen to body ratio on the phone passes the 80% mark, which is quite good for a form factor of this kind. But before taking a look at the display, let's also take a detailed look at the specs of the smartphone. It has a 6-inch optic AMOLED display which has Full HD Plus resolution. The screen is topped by the Corning Gorilla Glass 5. Under the hood, the phone runs the Snapdragon 835 with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, which is not expandable. At the rear, the phone has dual 20MP cameras, which means both the sensors are 20MP in resolution. They also have f1.7 aperture, and the camera can record 4K videos. At the front, OnePlus 5T has a 16MP camera, same as the OnePlus 5. The phone has a 3450 mAh battery and runs the Android 7.1.1 Nougat operating system. Now the next best part about the OnePlus phones was its software, and that continues to be on the OnePlus 5T as well. It runs the basic stock interface, and there are gestures that support the big screen usage of the phone. For example, if you swipe on the home screen, you get the drop down menu, and the swipe up, of course, as was on the previous phone as well, brings you the app drawer. The phone runs the Android 7.1.1 version out of the box, which is supported by the Oxygen OS version of 4.7. The phone will also get Android Oreo update, but the date is not fixed yet. There are no third-party apps on the software or bloatware as such, and the phone also runs Google Assistant, which means that it supports voice commands as well. But I think most of you must be knowing about OnePlus's software. It's known for its stock Android interface. What you must be more interested in is the display quality. Let's take a look at a YouTube video to check the display quality on the device that you all must be eager to know. With most of the bezel-less smartphones in the flagship segment, you get an option to expand the YouTube footage to fill the screen, but I don't see that on the OnePlus 5. Of course, the display quality is great for a full HD panel. It's an AMOLED screen, and I see no color shift when I rotate the device, which is quite good for an AMOLED screen, of course. And the colors do look punchy, and of course we are running this on a very low brightness level. OnePlus phones have been known for its bright display, and so goes with the OnePlus 5T as well. It's very bright, and you would have no problem watching the display in the harsh outdoor sun. But of course there are other things where the bezel-less design would be useful. For example, now you have a much wider area to compose your shot, while the menus take the side screen. Now taking a look at the camera on the smartphone, autofocus looks to be quite fast. There's also the portrait mode, which is of course due to the dual camera setup the phone has. Let's click some pictures and check the shutter lag. We'll also check the color captured by the phone. The phone captures fair amount of noise alongside the details, of course. The details are quite good. Now let's check the front camera on the phone, which has a 16 megapixel sensor. It was a great camera when we tested it on the OnePlus 5, and the same goes in the OnePlus 5T as well. Captures good amount of details, and the color captured is also quite accurate. But then there is good amount of light in here, so we'll check the camera in low light as well, and we'll let you know all about it in the full review of the phone. So display is one of the major changes on the OnePlus 5T, and while you won't be able to utilize it on the YouTube app, you will be benefited while watching videos. And of course you have a larger screen area in a similar form factor, which means more browsing area while you are using the internet or using the multi-window feature on this Android device. So let us know what are your thoughts on the device in the comment section below. Also, if you've liked this video, hit the thumbs up button and share this video with your friends. Also subscribe to our channel to get latest videos delivered directly to your inbox. Thank you for watching.